Hello, welcome to Do You Want Fries with That? The only podcast where we talk about the craziest customer service stories firsthand from those working in the customer service industry. Because we've all had those days that made us want to quit. And let's be honest, this is the only therapy we can afford. I'm your host, Elana Rose, and I'm here to serve up your culinary tea piping hot. Welcome to the show. I think I'm liking that. I think I'm liking that little thing. Anyway, hi. It's episode 10. We're a decade of episodes, and I'm loving it. Ba-da-bum-bum-ba. I have a guest today.
Wow.
Welcome our 10th episode guest. Why don't you tell us your name for the people?
Hi, everyone. My name is Brittany. I'm a good friend of Elana's.
Yes, Brittany. Brittany, how long have we known each other?
I think since the end of 2021. So really the beginning of 2022, because that's about the time where
When you moved out?
I moved out.
And where did you move from?
I'm from Alabama.
Alabama.
I'm a small town girl, but I really wasn't really a
Were you living in a lonely world?
No, I was.
Did you take the midnight train going anywhere?
Yeah. Yes, I did. But that small town life was not for me. So I came out here.
Much different. It's much different out here, wouldn't you say?
It is. It's I think a better mindset out here. And I love the fast life. So
Good.
here we are.
Well, with that, I'm sure with the fast life comes working in customer service. Now, Brittany, how many years, just in general, on and off, have you been working in customer service, would you say?
Definitely my first job was when I turned, I think, 20. Yeah, my first job was in my 20s at a summer camp job counselor. And then it went on and off from like working in customer service to a corporate world for a little while. And now I'm kind of back a little bit in customer service / entertainment.
Yes.
So that's where I'm at now. I'm more so in entertainment, but I do deal with the public still. So I got a lot of customer service.
So how many years is that? Just in ballpark? Like
That's at least 10 years.
At least 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
And what has been your favorite customer service job and your least favorite customer service job in that time span?
Customer service wise, because really the worst job I ever had was when I worked in corporate. That was rough, which is shocking to say. But I think least favorite was to customer service wise was when I worked at a gym.
A gym. And the story you've prepared us today, does this have to do with that gym? Okay.
Well, I think all of my stories are from when I worked at that gym.
Well, great. Well, because you've prepared us a story today. Yes.
You could take your pick.
Any of them. I'll take all.
And I just kind of like want to know which one piques your interest. I have a sticky note here.
That's how traumatizing this gym was. She had to write it on a sticky note.
There's a reason I left. I was over it. And honestly, this wasn't even the worst one because, like I said, the corporate job was actually the worst. I have stories on that, but this was the worst customer service.
All right, give me the categories, and then we'll go from there. Let's see what are the categories on this sticky note.
One of my favorites is when the personal trainer story.
Okay, personal trainer.
That's what we're gonna call it. My homeless person story.
Sure.
Yeah.
I feel full of those in LA.
Rude bodybuilders.
Okay.
It happens. Most are nice, but there have been rude ones. And then just your basic stories on have you ever wondered what it's like working at a gym, of like how we do referrals, like why do they offer free workouts, the trials, the personal training, like why we're getting you to try to buy, and just the ickiness of that, of like sales. I was in the front desk department, and then I moved over to sales, and the ickiness of please buy from us.
Spend your money here.
And how it's just a scam a lot of the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of the time it's a scam. And I was over it.
Well, Brittany, I do have a very important question for you for this story. Do you want fries with that?
Just with that.
Great. Hold. Okay. So I have with me curly fries, and what better to go with curly fries than Chick-fil-A sauce?
Oh,
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Chick-fil-A.
Not a sponsor, but you can let me know. Anyway, feel free to partake in one before you go on to your story. I think because you said it was your personal favorite is the personal trainer story. So I feel like we should start with that one and we'll go from there. Now you don't have to tell us what gym this was at. Okay, you don't have to. It's up to the discretion of the storyteller on if they want to expose their corporate enemies.
I'm sure they have lawyers out there, so I don't.
And you know what? If it was so bad, then maybe they should get sued too.
It's pretty well known.
Okay, well-known gym. Should we give it what would you like to call it? We got to give it some sort of name. So you can come up.
I mean, we have to give it. I was just going to say the gym because I feel like that's what everyone says when they're about to go work out.
All right.
I'm going to the gym.
Let's just call it the gym.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the gym.
So tell us about your time at the gym and what you did at the gym.
I started out as front desk. This is my first job when I moved out to California. And it seemed really nice. I have plenty of customer service experience and I would say a gym rat. I love working out. I'm a runner. I love group fitness classes. So I thought like, this is going to be great. So I got promoted pretty quickly. And I bumped up to sales. So that's like kind of the person you see in the office who are making phone calls and the people who give tours.
Was it commission based? I know.
Yeah.
Was it all commission?
Yeah. So that also.
The whole thing was commission.
No. We did get like our daily hourly rate.
Sure.
And then if you get more, based on your sales, you get commission. Wasn't a lot, but you did get some, which was also just exciting. So I think this was a good job for me when I first moved out to California, just getting started and really got to meet a lot of lovely people because
it was also right post-COVID though, right? Too. So I'm sure there was still like.
Yeah, because this was beginning of 2022.
There was a little more time.
Yeah, it was still a little bit more time because I came in December 2021, right at the end. So really,
got it.
2022 is when
everything was a little more.
Yeah,
lax.
Some people were still wearing masks, and we were still, cleaning excessively, but people were a lot more chill. And I will say at that gym, particularly, these members were people who were there since the 80s.
Oh,
yeah, so
like a loyal fam.
Loyal, like this was their gym. They haven't left anywhere. So some people weren't. The older generation definitely wasn't into wearing masks, and they were like, "Do we still have to wear a mask?" And I was like, "It is optional now." Please don't.
Not my rule.
It's not my rule. It's optional now. So
was it big? Was this the gym? Was it big gym upstairs, downstairs?
This one was a small one. This
gym.
was one of their first ones
since the 80s. Got it.
Yes, I think it was around that time when it opened.
Got it.
Definitely big when bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was doing his thing. Yeah, big around that time.
Cool.
If I'm getting that timeline wrong, I'm so sorry.
We're not historians. That's not what we're here for.
Sorry.
All right.
So I think this was when I was in sales, and we have our new manager on the team. Again, people were coming and going in this gym, always hiring new people.
And that always works so great because people always know what they're doing.
Yeah, we were short staffed, especially on personal trainers. I think we only had 2 or 3.
Oh.
And even though, yes, this is a small gym, but we still had our personal trainers out there, and I guess we just didn't have anyone that day, and they really needed a sale. Like there are certain numbers that we need to hit every single day. Every day. They are strict.
This reminds me of retail.
Yeah.
This reminds me so much of retail.
You have to, they're all about reaching your goals, and they would have motivational weekly meetings of hit your goal, all that,
hit your goal and sale like you hit your workout.
Yeah. And then they'll even say if you reach this, you'll be rewarded and all these things. It was just this hype up fest every week, trying to, do your job. And so there was one day, I feel so bad for this. But we really needed to start making some numbers for our personal training, and we call it, PT. And we wanted this woman to buy again. She was on her last personal training session, and she wanted to come in, and she was already kind of I don't know if I want to buy some more. I haven't done my last session so long. I'm not sure if I'm into it. So my manager, I guess she was helping out with sales that day. She wanted her to come in that day. I guess this was the only time the woman could come in.
Like, you have to come in.
Yeah, you have
because
to.
There's no other time.
There's no other time. So she asked me if I could do a personal training session. I am not a personal trainer. I don't have a certificate or anything. This is also my job. Like, I have limits of saying yes or no. But I was like, me? I was like, she knows I work out. She knows I like even like train my friends sometimes, but like that's more like for fun. Yeah, let's just work out.
It's like you need a certificate in order to like
You need a certificate.
train someone else
So this is
legally.
so illegal. And I also didn't think it was that bad because I do feel like I could, for one session, I was like, yeah, I could help train this woman. So it's something I already kind of do now with my friends. So that's kind of how I treated it. I treated it as a full body workout, which is what she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I can definitely come up with something. But as far as like, what are her goals? Like that's something that, you know, a trainer should do.
Right. Because you're probably going to see them every week.
You're seeing them every week of like, what are their strengths and weaknesses? And like, luckily she was a younger woman and didn't have any injuries because if she had an injury, I would not feel safe. Of like, I don't want to push her. I don't know like what are the right workouts for this like body part. So luckily the lady was, you know, younger. She was like, yeah, I want to do this full body workout. And we kind of just literally just worked out.
We just ran with it.
We just ran with it. And she bought more personal training. Yeah. She was super strong because there was moments like, yeah, she did get tired. And I was like, take a, like, breathe, get some water. Like, we're going to have fun with this. So it did go well, but it was so illegal.
So the moral of the story is lie, and it'll be fine.
We got the sale, and I did get commission for it. Because I was scared. I was like, watch them not even give me commission.
Well, it's so like a manager or like management when they're understaffed to fully just be like, you just do this.
Yeah.
Just do that. It's like, no, it's not my job.
It's definitely
not my job.
I was doing so many jobs. And of course they like to say it's everyone's job.
It's not everyone's job. If you're paying me like everyone, maybe that'll be my job.
Oh yeah. Because I'm pretty sure personal trainers make way more than I did at my sales desk. So, but it went fine. The lady, I think she was maybe mid-30s, early 40s. She was so nice and she honestly killed it. I was impressed. So, you know, hey lady, if you're still getting personal trainer.
And she's like, oh, I just loved my personal trainer, Brittany, when I had her. Is she still doing that? And they're like, oh, she never did.
I think it's a completely different staff there now. I know my managers.
Well, if they change management every 2 weeks, then I'm sure it is.
I think there's one girl that may still be there because we follow each other on socials.
Well, I see here, you know what you didn't reveal for the people? I see there's a something hiding under this desk here that I think you should show. And for the audio listeners, I will describe what she's holding. But essentially, it's a book. She has a whole journal of stories.
I do.
From her time in customer service.
This was my notes on like any job I have ever had. This is my work journal of like when you start a job, you take notes. This is that journal. So this goes back to when I started working. I worked in news. So that's the corporate job I did. I used to be a news producer. The news world is not what it is now. So many people have left it for a reason. So this goes back to when all that. And so I have the section of when I worked at the gym. This is this.
there's highlighted notes. She's highlighted things.
The fact that it's only a couple pages.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
That is extensive.
Yeah.
And are some of these things in there? Some of these?
No, not these stories. These are just like how to do the job.
Got it.
Like I have here like how to freeze a membership, how to cancel. Well, we can go into that because gyms make it very hard.
Yeah, I do. Brittany, why do they make it so hard to cancel?
They want your
I
money.
get that. I was with LA Fitness, and I'll say LA Fitness because I like LA Fitness. Whatever, maybe I'll go back. I don't care. LA Fitness, I was with them and I canceled my membership, and then they charged me again a month later, and I had to dispute it. I had to go back and like I canceled my membership. I go, well, I guess we'll freeze the charge, but we got to call them and be like, call them.
Yeah,
I canceled my membership.
Every gym does it differently. So I know how this gym did it. I don't know how the rest of gyms and their systems work.
How do you do it?
But this one was evil. It was so mean, and I felt bad. And so, like, when people were like, "Hey, I want to cancel the membership," of course, I did the process. Like, oh, I was like, "What's the reason?" You always have to ask, like, "What's the reason you want to cancel? Like, what's the
What-
issue?"
Violation of personal boundaries. I don't need to tell you why I'm canceling my membership. Send me a survey, and then I'll tell you.
You have
why
to
I'm doing it.
ask. This is my trade.
And then I'll tell you. Don't ask me. I don't want your membership anymore.
That's why they ask. We are trained this way to figure out, and of course, like, at least give a solution to make them not cancel.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
But this one, I would just be real, be like, I'll be honest, I can't cancel it. The reason why is, like, you have to call this phone number and they cancel it for you. But you think, oh, I can come to the front desk and I can just cancel it here and there. Actually, I can't do it. I don't have the power. There's not something in my system where I can cancel it. You have to, I'll be like, here's this phone number. I'll be like, I'm gonna like whisper it. You're like,
You just secretively tell these people how they cancel their membership.
because
It's like the people they're watching.
yeah,
is
I've
watching.
been through it. I was like, so here's the deal. I'm going to write this phone number down, and you're going to call them, and you're going to give them your membership ID and all this stuff, and they will cancel it. I can't cancel it. And they'll be like, why can't you cancel it?
I don't know.
I just can't.
Because it's not my
But
job. It's not my job.
I wish it was, because I would do it for you, because I don't care.
I don't care.
Like, I'm not getting paid enough for
No.
this. So it's like, if you want to cancel, sure.
Then you
I've been in your shoes.
Yeah.
But I would always give them the actual phone number.
Because why did you give them the phone number? Was it hard for them to find the phone number?
Yeah.
Right.
This is not something that's just displayed on our front desk or anything. I would write it on a sticky note for them, which I guess I haven't changed. I got my sticky notes and I wrote it down. I'm like, put your member ID. Let me see. Did it go into more detail of, like, because I can't remember every detail now of, like,
I just know they get it's like, okay, before you cancel, you have to answer these 7 questions. And then you have to tell us if there's something we're doing wrong. And then you have to connect with, there was like a gym where I had to call them and then wait for an email.
Mhm.
And then, then like make sure I cancel via an email and then call again. And I was like, just a button. All you need is a button.
It should
Just one button.
But it's not. See, I even have here, there was a difference if it was a contract, because some people just pay in full.
Right, for the year.
Yeah. So, like, right here, I have $200 cancellation fee, or the remaining, I guess how many.
Wait, but if you
Yeah.
pay in full, why would they charge you more?
I guess because you're ending it early. That's what I have here in my notes. Again, these are all notes. So I don't know. See, I have at least 30-day notice.
At least 30 days? What is this? Rental property? Gym?
And I say,
I'm going to give you 30 days.
yeah, or website. So I guess it's somewhere hidden on the website. Give agreement number, paid in full. See, management. I don't know, man. I just remember
Carry it.
I
Pigeon.
wouldn't tell people to go on the website, because I feel like that's like, yeah, just go on our website and you can cancel from there. And then they're like, oh, okay. I'd say quickest way, here's the phone number, talk to an actual person, give your number. Yes, make sure it is 30 days in advance of, like, when you want it canceled, because they're going to keep charging you your due date month. So yeah, that's what I would do. I was like, I feel you. Here's the deal. I would slide it and be like,
Don't make it harder for me to want to quit working out. I'm already hard on myself that I don't work out anymore. You're going to make it hard on me too?
I felt bad. I'm sorry, everyone. But the ones that I did help, I hope you appreciate it.
Okay. Next story item on sticky note is listed as attacked by homeless. That's the title of that one.
Yeah, attacked by homeless. There was at least, the biggest one I remember was a homeless lady. And yes, you do get in LA, and this is North Hollywood, you do get homeless people come in and they want to do a free trial, use the showers, and like, I get it. There were some homeless people who had a membership, and like, yeah, you could come in. They weren't mean, but this lady was scary. So, she's, I think, art on something. But she was able to talk to me, and she was just like, hey, asking me questions, and she was like, just looking around. I give her a tour. I think I gave her a tour.
Well, that was really nice of
It
you.
was nice. It was a short tour because she didn't really have too many questions. I just showed her. She was like, yeah, just give me, because I knew she wasn't going to buy.
Yeah.
So I was like, here's our locker rooms. Here's the gym. It's a small gym, so it didn't take long. And I was like, yeah, is there like, do you want to do a trial? Is there anything? Do you have any questions I can go over with you? We can talk about prices. And she was like, no. She was like, I think I'm good. And I left it at that. Like, you get good at reading people. I was a little scared. So, and rightfully so, because I go back to the front desk and she starts to steals a backpack.
Oh.
And she runs out the door. And I do go, ma'am, like from the desk.
Pardon me. That's not yours.
Excuse
me. Lady, that's not your backpack.
The universe works in mysterious ways because the backpack got caught on the door.
Damn.
So she didn't even steal it.
Yeah.
It just, universe said, not today. And so I come around and I get the backpack. She sees that from the window. She's very upset. So I put the backpack on the display that's like kind of in the middle of the walking area. And I go back, but she comes in and she's storming. She is cussing me out. And I was like, well, I said, you were about to take it, so I just put it back. And she...
As nice as can be, but you have not broke.
No, like I remember because I was helping someone. There was a gentleman I was helping, and he was signing up. He was so sweet.
She made the sale.
He was
all good.
He was so sweet. So I think that's why she was still there. And I was starting to help someone else now. And that's like when I see her like quick grab the backpack, and then it catches on the door. And so like I go get it and I put it back. And so this guy who I was helping sees all this go down of her like in my face, just like screaming, and she hits the backpack and it like hits me on my chest. I'm just standing there and like, I'm not gonna, don't say anything back. There's nothing you can do. Let her have it out. And then finally, the sweet man, he's like, leave her alone. And I was like, this is almost movie of him saving the day. I'm like, leave her alone. She's like, well, what is this, your boyfriend? That's all I remember. He was like, he's going to fight for you. You don't even know how to fight for yourself. And I'm
like,
just,
ma'am, I'm off in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't think anything that I'm going to say to you will calm you down. I'm just going to make it worse. And I can tell you're homeless. I don't know what you have on you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so luckily the other, I think it was assistant manager or something like that. Whatever. I forget what his position was. He's a big guy. Also works out.
Well, that's why I'm like, why would you ever try to start an altercation at the gym? There's people in there who are bigger, stronger, and scarier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So everyone...
It's the worst place you could get into an altercation.
And everyone knows the people at the front desk. And we know everyone.
Yeah.
We're the first face you see. We're the greeters. So everyone's like kind of has my back. And so my manager, not the manager, assistant manager comes in. He's like, what's going on? She sees him. And he's like, you need to leave. And she left. And that was it. And of course, we got police involved. We have the camera footage. Like my manager, she came, she said, Brittany, come look at this. And you see the footage of her smacking the backpack and hitting me.
I love when stuff gets caught on camera.
Yeah.
It happens so little. But when you get that moment of like, we got to run that back.
Yeah.
Let's laugh about that.
We had to for police reports. And so I was like, damn, that backpack was not worth going back to get. But it got caught on the door. And I was just like, well, I'll take that back. And so
it's like, what are you going to do?
So yeah, that was the biggest homeless lady. I hope she's doing better now. They're just going through it.
Going through it.
Yeah.
And I know they always say too, with like working in any like retail or anything where something can be stolen, it's like you just let them take the product, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Never chase after someone, never confront them or altercation, because it's like in the end it's just a product. People can be scary and they can't be dangerous. So it's like protect yourself over like a thing that someone steals. So
yeah,
I always do that when when
That was my first time dealing with like a customer stealing something.
Well, I didn't steal it successfully.
No, it was right there. So I was like, I guess put it back. And I didn't go after her. I'm not going to be, she was already out the door, but the way she turned around and like gave me the crazy eyes was like, what's that movie? Like, here's Johnny.
The Shining?
The Shining. It was like that. And I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. And I was like, I shouldn't have gone back. But the dude who helped me, he was so nice because he still got the membership.
He still got the membership. He watched this all go down and still got the membership.
He did bring me.
He must have really needed that gym membership.
I think he liked me a little, to be honest, because he brought me a plushie the next. He brought me a plushie the next.
What?
Yeah, I gave that away. But
I was gonna say that already. That's crossing. Now this guy is creepy. Now this guy is no longer the good guy.
See, he gave me a plushie, and I ended
up. This guy is now crossed into territory.
Yeah. It still had the tag on it, so I ended up giving it away.
What kind of plushie?
It was like a little Dr. Seuss elephant. I forget why he gave it to me. I gave it away for Toys for Tots.
Oh, that's
since it was still like a good toy. And I was like, what am I going to do with this? Also, I have a loving boyfriend. And
like this man, he thought he really did something with that. He's like, I saved this girl.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to win her heart with an elephant toy.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm a grown woman.
Thank you. No, thank you for literally standing up for me. I appreciated him. And, but yeah, the toy, I didn't need that, but thank you.
Now you're giving me unwanted attention, and now I gotta call the cops on you. Okay,
fun.
Sorry.
There would be guys, of course, who hits on the front desk girl.
Yes,
it just happens
for sure. At a gym, yeah. How many flirtatious people would you say go to the gym? All of them.
It's the gym. Shoot your shot.
People be horny at the gym.
They do.
People be horny and uptight at the gym.
They do.
Do you think would you say there's a line in working customer service of like, if you're doing your job and just doing your job, even if you think someone like wants to approach you and like hit on you or anything like that, you even think they're cute, would you say it's still considered potentially inappropriate for just a guest or a customer to, during your job,
during my
interrupt
job,
it for, a personal gain, I guess?
Yeah, I think it's a little weird when I'm literally on the clock.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's inappropriate to like give your number to a guest while you're on the clock, especially like they're a guest, you're gonna see them.
Yeah, so absolutely.
I would say that's any work relationship, it can be a little dangerous.
Yeah.
This is a like public.
I need to, whoever's out there and wants to be a guest, you got to share with me if you've been in a relationship with someone at your job. Yeah. Because I don't hear enough of those stories, and I know they're out there, and I know they're messy.
Oh, so the place where I work now, oh my God.
Really?
The tea when people date also.
This is why we have trainings, corporate trainings, where it's like, they're like, you guys can date. Yeah. But my God, don't make it our problem.
Oh, man.
Don't make it our problem.
Don't make it a problem. But yeah, if I'm on the clock, that's a little weird. But if you're just like, a person who works out there and you're like, you see someone who's attractive, you want to shoot your shot, there's a nice way to do it. Don't get upset if you get turned down. That is just the dangers of like putting yourself out there. But I think it says like, that was very brave of him of like, hey, I think you're really pretty.
I say that a lot too, where I'm like, if someone approaches me and asks for a number or anything like that, and even if I don't have a boyfriend, even if I'm just not interested, I always preface it just by being like, oh, it's so nice that like I'm flattered. I'm so flattered that you think that I'm attractive enough that you wanted to come and talk to. Like that's really nice and that's really cool of you to do. And that's just the best way to put it, because it's true. It's like it's hard to put yourself out there as a person in life. It's hard to put yourself out there with the possibility of getting rejected. So
that's what, so many people rather do dating apps, too scared to put yourself out there. So someone who actually does, like, I even say, like, thank you. That was so nice of you and brave of you to, do that.
So cool.
And I'm like, I'm taken, but thank you. And that's it.
Yeah. The next one on your list there is car crashed.
Oh,
car crashed.
This was, I think, a month or two later after I left this job. And I'm pretty sure it's on the news. So if people who want to really find out what this gym was, crashed into the building. And it crashed into a spot where there's a desk, and I used to make phone calls at that desk.
Really?
Yeah. So like there's a spot near a window where we have our desk and where we make phone calls, and a car just crashed
All the way through.
all the way through. And I said, that could have been my life.
How does it get all the way through? How do you get so much intensity to crash through the side of a building?
Yeah, parking's easy there. We actually had plenty of
Parking's easy. It's clearly very easy because you can park your car right in the front desk area.
I don't know if they were a drunk driver or what, but I could have been sitting if I hadn't have left, because I worked full time there.
Yeah.
So that could have been my life. And I just find that.
Did someone get hurt, or was no one there?
There was apparently a girl there, but she moved right in time. Because there's a video of it. And you can see like people are even checking on the sales girl.
Yeah.
That could have, I wonder if that's the girl that replaced me.
Yeah.
I just wonder. A car crash there. There was like I'm pretty sure there was like a fire there once because there was homeless people next door, and I think they set a fire. There was so many crazy things going on.
No wonder management switched every other month, because it's like if you were a manager there, you would know how to handle anything.
I felt so bad because
how do you handle any of that?
Our managers were honestly really great, really sweet people. I loved them. I felt like I had a friendship with them. But the things that the higher up management would ask them of all these, like, hit these goals.
Sales coding.
Yeah, this gym, the things, it just felt icky. And like how we had to treat the owner of the gym. When he came in, the front desk people memorized the motto. There was a motto. And if you memorize it and like could say it back to him, he'll give you $100.
What?
And it worked. It happened.
$100?
Yeah, I got $100 because I memorized this little motto.
See, I would have you say it to us, but I can't because
I don't remember. I don't.
Oh, you don't? She ain't getting $100 this time.
This information, people are going to figure out a list.
I still don't know. I'll guess later.
It was that kind of mentality. And like, I swear, anytime this owner came into the building, which like, yeah, it's the owner, but we had to like get the red carpet out for him. Everything had to be clean, pristine. Uniforms need to be right.
Did you know when he was coming, or it would just be?
Yeah, no, it would be an announcement of like, prepare for this.
Joe's coming.
Yeah.
He's coming in 10 minutes. Make sure everything's okay.
You make sure you have your badge on, the right uniform on. Most gyms, somehow I just see the front desk people wearing black.
Yeah.
No, we had to. It's all about presentation, which some of that is
sure. No, it's fine.
Yeah,
you know, clean, presentable. That's the way it'd be. But
yeah, it was just high anxiety, and I think I don't know what all my manager went through, but I could just tell
much.
They were putting a lot of pressure on every manager I've seen, and I feel really bad.
The another one on there I see is the rude bodybuilders. Is there one in particular?
Yeah. This is another favorite story. So of course we get tons of bodybuilders coming through there, and everyone's so nice. It really is a big loving community of people cheering each other on, and the competitions that they have coming up. But this one guy, and he was nice. He always said hello, but he wanted us to heat up his food for him, which we're not supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But like everyone is just like, they've known each other for years. I would see my very first manager was a guy, and he would do it for him.
Whenever you make an exception for one customer, they're going to think they can do it every time. Every time. And then it doesn't come an exception. It becomes the norm.
That's what happened. So they would heat up his food. And so eventually that first manager, he left to another store.
Yeah.
And then another manager came in, and I think she said, like, we don't do that. You can't do that for him.
At least we're not supposed to.
We're not supposed to, like, that's, touching people's food and all this stuff. How I did it, I think I was way more fiery when I was younger. I'm a lot more, way nicer, I think now, but how I did it.
You had to tell him?
Yeah.
You have to be the one to tell him.
He
can't heat up his food anymore after years of doing it.
Like, I think I still did it a few more times for him, but it got to a point where he was like, bodybuilders can only like eat chicken and rice and a few things. And he was like, actually, like, heat this up for this amount of time and actually take this part out and then heat that separately.
Now this becomes a whole
operation. It got complicated.
This isn't a restaurant.
And I told him, I said, look, I'm not your mama. Because we were friends. I thought we were cool.
Darling,
I said,
boo-boo bear.
I was like,
I'm not your mama.
I'm not even supposed to do this. And I said, I'm not your mama. I said, I don't want to touch your food. I feel weird about it. So can you please like separate it and then I'll heat it for you.
Wow, that's still nice.
And I thought we were cool. He didn't like that.
No?
Not like saying that I'm not your mama.
Men hate that.
They did not like
don't
a
like
woman
that.
talk standing up for her. So, like, yeah, because I feel like if a guy did that, they would be like, oh man, sorry.
Yeah.
No. And so I noticed he never came back. I mean, the problem got solved.
That's good. You did it.
So-
You fixed it. He got offended and now, too bad. Get over it.
Yeah. So, but I do know one of my coworkers like told me like, yeah, you made him mad.
She's not going to heat up my food for me.
You know, she's
You're
gonna
not going to separate my broccoli from my chicken. Just, where's the customer service and not being able to touch my chicken? It's like, dude, this isn't a...
We didn't. It's not one of
This
those
isn't a rush.
fancy gyms where we had a break space. Because yeah, we didn't. Even the employees, we didn't have a break space. We had this like hidden wall.
Let's just sit behind the wall. Oh,
was
you
like
can take
a-
your 30-minute break behind that wall.
It's like a built little.
There's
like-
one chair.
Yeah.
You could stare at...
And it was mostly for the manager. I made bodybuilder man mad. Whatever. I hope you did well at your competition and still met your goals. But like, I
I
don't
think it's on your own time.
yeah, like I don't want to touch your food. And I was already being nice.
Well, it's not even... It's that, but plus if you're like, okay, you have to heat this up for this time and this time. That takes 5 minutes out
Yeah.
of my work day.
I
That I
have my
have other
own
stuff
goals
to do.
I have to make a certain amount of phone calls. I think it was like 50 phone calls we had to make each day.
Ew.
I had things to do. So many.
Mid
And
conversation.
just like cussing me out. Don't ever call back again. Like I said, I think I was more
Okay,
flattering.
talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Talk to you next week. Okay, bye.
I will say the craziest thing my manager did, and again, this is how much pressure they would put because she would they would say, you guys need to find referrals. And what she did, I guess she had a guy who worked at, maybe it was Verizon, T-Mobile, I don't know.
Mm.
She had a guy, and he would give her phone numbers.
You shady, shady motherfuckers.
I guess just like phone numbers.
You selling phone numbers now to the gyms?
Yeah, he gave her a list of phone numbers
Oh,
somehow.
Lord.
And that's how we made some of our phone calls for a while. It looked like we had suddenly a whole bunch of referrals. And I remember this one couple, I
So
think
funny.
they thought their partner was cheating.
No! Keeps calling you every other day.
So
They leave a message and they say, we want to see you today. We want you to come in and work us out. What?
it got so.
No, honey, it's just the gym.
Where'd you get this number from? And I was like, oh, I'm sure like one of your friends referred, like none of my friends go to that gym. And
My friends don't work out.
yeah. And so they're like, well, I want to talk to your manager. And I said, okay, sure. Like, no problem. Here they are. And then I don't know what all went down after that, but
Sorry, you have trust issues. Here you go.
because I could hear him talking to their husband about,
It's just the gym,
like,
babe.
yeah.
It's the gym.
they're like, who's
Who's
calling-
Jim?
Yeah, like, who's
Who's
calling
Jim?
you? Why is the gym calling you? When did you go to this gym? I was like,
He doesn't work out. Click.
and I was like, sir, I reassure you, it must have been another friend that we just get referrals and we just do the phone calls. And I'm just here. Like, I was like, I'm just offering if you want to do a free workout.
I get paid $10 an hour. Please don't be mad at me.
I was like, no, it's not like that.
That's all I can do.
That phone call was crazy because I think they thought their husband was cheating. So
My Lord.
that's how my manager got referrals, was from their guy on whoever phone company it was.
We know it was you, Spectrum. We know. We know it was you, Verizon. You selling those numbers. I get calls from Spectrum all the time.
That's-
No, I don't want to rejoin your stupid Wi-Fi.
Dark and scary of just giving people's numbers out, but I just. And
Sure.
honestly, if you told me no, I was definitely a person like, no problem.
Now, Brittany, for the people out there, what would you, in your mind, being customer service as you have and with the gym and everything else, what is one piece of advice that you would give if you had one to give to the people?
Yeah, I think, and I use this even now when someone addresses a problem, because there's always going to be a problem. Instead of just turning it down and having a negative energy, always say, I hear you. I feel like that is the key word to make a customer lighten up and see, okay, someone is on my side. I might not be able to fix it, but I'm like, hey, that's frustrating. Like that sucks. Like I'm so sorry that is happening to you.
Yeah.
So before saying like, unfortunately, I can't do anything,
Yeah.
don't do that. They're gonna be even more mad. Calm them down. Be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that is happening to you.
Even if you don't care. Okay, you don't have to care. We're not asking.
Yeah.
But let them know that you think that you care.
Yeah. Just be like, I hear you. That and make them feel like I am on your level.
Yeah.
And we're going to figure this out together.
Yeah.
So then I do go try to find whatever solution that I can do. And at least I know if I can't fix it, at least they know I was on their side and that I tried and they're not mad at me.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all just people in the end, right? Whether you're on the one side or the other, you know, people have hard days or they're stressed or anxious about X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
It's good to be able to have a stranger just like kind of look out for you.
Yeah, like
You know?
I'd just be like, I would be mad about that too. That's not fair. And you should not have to go through that because I admit the things that we did at that gym, that was not that wasn't cool. So, and that's why I would always try, like, if people said they didn't want a free workout, they didn't want personal training, because the thing with personal training, they're gonna like, this is an investment on yourself. Like, you're spending this
They
money
always say
because,
that.
yeah,
That's always the line. That,
yeah, they want to, like, you're gonna make you're not just wasting money. This is about your health. And like, of course, I went over through that whole map, but like, I can't force it.
no,
Don't force it.
no.
Be cool.
Be cool.
Be cool. It's, you don't get paid that much. And it was really toxic there sometimes on when making goals.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
overall,
the same in retail. Very similar.
yeah.
It's very gross competition.
Yeah. And just thank God most of my coworkers were really sweet. Listen, some of the newbies were rough, but because I would also have to train people. Because now that I've been there the longest, now they're like, all right, now you train all these people.
Like a
And so some people didn't vibe with it. It is what it is. But most people were really nice.
Well, Brittany, thank you so much for joining us. Me, I don't know why I said us. Me and Cosmo.
Yeah.
He's somewhere. He's my producer. Thank you for joining us today on the podcast. Before we head off, I give everyone the opportunity to tell us. I know that most people who work in customer service or who have worked in customer service do it so that they can support themselves in their creative endeavors in life, that like to support them in their actual, passions and their projects. So why don't you tell the people what it is you actually do, and if people want to support you or find you, where they can find you, and I'll link it in the
Sure. You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is BM Vallely.
and I'll link it.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay. I know it's a complicated last name. There's not too much of what I can say that I do for work. All I can say is I work at a theme park in California. And that's all I can say.
So you're an actor.
Yeah, I'm an actor. And I love my job. It's beautiful. It's fun. I have a lot of exciting things coming up. But I do modeling. So if there's any photographers out there that are just wanting to build their portfolio and collaborate, that's kind of where I'm at. I have representation that is in Atlanta. So I do need I would like more, that's my mother agency. So I would like, there's any representation more in California, that would be great.
Great.
So yeah.
Great. Well, thanks again so much, Brittany. Just remember, a reminder for everyone, keep your friends close, keep your fries hot, and don't forget to tip your waiter.
Tip.
Bye.
These are good.
They are, right?